Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of SCNS Live, the show that I do by myself.
I'm literally on camera right now. I figured it was just the two of us.
I didn't know that for sure. Welcome to the show that it's just me and Jason this week. We have been ravaged by the Corvids, by the Ravens and the Crows. Yes, we see your shirt. Anyway,
show everybody else.
Shirt?
Awesome.
I'm wearing a Pride shirt.
Nice.
That's got a swordfish, I guess, on it for no reason.
What?
It's swordfish. It's Tommy Bahama's. It's a restaurant that one of my
Okay,
friends
I thought is the swordfish the official mascot?
The swordfish is the gay mascot.
It's like South Park, gay fish.
Sure.
Okay, cool.
That and the Babadook are the two gay
the
icons.
Babadook?
The Babadook is a gay icon, yes.
Okay.
I'm not sure how it happened, but it did happen.
I have nothing to add to that. Okay, then. So, yeah, it's just the two of us. The COVIDs are ravaging our team.
To be fair, everyone is fine.
We're playing it safe.
We're just being precautious. Taking precautions. There we go. People are quarantining.
I wake up every morning and call COVID a raggedy bitch, and I am invincible.
Invincible isn't a word.
I taught my phone.
Everyone... we got a text from Jason today saying invincible.
I got tired of it correcting me.
And my mother, who taught me English, rolled over in her bed because she's still alive.
Yes, because
she's fine. Everyone's fine. People are quarantining because there have been cases sprouting up near different people. So that's why it's just the two of us tonight. I did want to go ahead and let you introduce yourself, I guess, because that is something we do.
Sure. My name is Jason the X. I've been around here for a little bit, just a little while. A couple of years of this.
I'm Cass. I've been here for fewer years than you have, for sure. I think it's going to be kind of a chill night, honestly.
It is going to be. It's definitely going to be a chill night.
Just two friends.
I should have done something about my hair before we got on camera.
I think that a lot.
What? That I should have done something with my hair?
Me.
Oh, okay. It looks weird, but okay.
It looks fine.
Okay.
You just look like a douche from 2016.
Wow, I thought I'd look good with the shaved side.
You do, but with specifically the hero curl, kind of. Yeah.
There we go.
That's better.
So, I have something to share before we get started.
Before we start? Okay,
well, I mean, we got some other things. We got some serious stuff we got to talk about, but I have been playing a joke on fellow cast member Nate for the past week. Now, last weekend, I was in Galveston with my family, enjoying the beach, getting a little bit of sunburn, because I was out there for a while. But Nate and I ordered something from Amazon Japan at the same time. Literally, I ordered mine, he ordered his, the next minute. So, it got sent through a shipping service that says, out for delivery now. Even though it's still going to be another 5 days before you get it.
Yeah.
It's the worst shipping service you can get from Amazon. But because I said out for delivery, Nate always has to correct me because he's always right, and I hate it sometimes. He's not always right. He's just 80% of the time. But he was like, oh, no, because it's still going to say that. And I was like, oh, nope, looks like something just got delivered to the house now. And I went in and doctored the shipping notice and put, instead of LAX, I put DFW there in italics and curved it. And Nate came back and was like, what? Wait a minute. And then I found a picture of the item. Somebody opened it up from the box from the Amazon website. I was like, oh, look, yeah, it's there. I had my brother-in-law open it up. And Nate gets so mad when stuff like this happens. So all this time I have been texting him saying, I had my thing and it's great and everything. It literally came today, and so did his.
That is the most weirdly specific troll I've heard in a long time.
No. I'm doing it because he told me it was out for delivery weeks ago, and I was like, really? He's like, no. So this wasn't petty. It was petty. But it was also revenge. So I stand by that. So we're doing alternate heads this weekend. I'm gonna. I don't see him watching right now.
Yeah.
I'll tell him to go watch the beginning of the show. Yeah. He's not gonna show up for alternate heads. So.
I'm trying to think if I have any personal updates.
Do we want to get the one thing out of the way that we should probably start letting everybody know that I had to tell you all about? And
you can if you want to.
Okay. Well, this year SCNS did receive notification we will be going to San Diego Comic-Con this year. Recently the passes opened up. I have been checking, but they weren't available. So I've been emailing and asking what's going on. Sadly, I've gotten no answer, but our status has actually been changed now. It looks as though we are only accepted for WonderCon. I'm attempting to iron this out.
Which happened in April.
We're accepted for WonderCon, yeah,
for
2022. But anyway, so we don't know what our status is. It's not looking good, though.
Yeah.
There are other broadcast partners that we have that they have already received their passes, and there's going to come a point where I'm going to be out. I'm already out of some money if we don't go. But I can't make the conscious decision to spend more, so it may not happen this year. And I'm really disappointed, but please stay tuned. Hopefully we can get this all worked out.
We are complaining, we are begging, we are doing anything. I've tweeted at them. Please go retweet if you can. Just the question, please tell us what's happening, because I really want to go, and I really want to share that experience.
Yep, I had plans, but we'll see.
We're still hoping
that this gets resolved, and it's going to have to get resolved quick. So we're just going to let everybody know.
We're going to keep you updated as much as we can.
This is my fault.
As we're able. It is 100% not.
I feel like it's my fault. Anyway,
we're going to keep you updated, but we're still trying to go, and we're still hoping, but it might not happen this year. If it doesn't happen this year, we're absolutely applying again.
And we're going to go in really strong, making sure, because I have been lax on the website, I'll admit. I've been going through some personal things, switching jobs and stuff like that. So,
in this economy, who hasn't been going like I've been?
It's a workers' economy, though. I mean, like
it is.
I found a job like in a day. They were like, "Yes, how much do you want? I want this. You'll have it. Come work for us now."
But it's been a rough time.
It has been, but we're getting through it. Anyway,
all right. So, do you want to start this off?
Kick this thing off with some super cool nerd news.
And we're going to start this off with something my sister said to me when I told her that I had never watched any of the Evil Dead movies. Let's talk about Bruce Campbell. So, and we're going to go ahead and, let me see if you can actually see this sign. We're going to go ahead with some very minor spoilers for Doctor Strange. It is a Sam Raimi movie. And so, of course, Bruce Campbell makes an appearance. Very, very briefly, Doctor Strange tells him to do something extremely unpleasant, and he is forced to do it. In the end credits scene, we got just a little taste of Bruce Campbell finishing his task, and then that was basically it. But there was more to it. He dedicated himself, naming himself the Pizza Papa, to get revenge on Doctor Strange. I want this to happen. I don't want this to be a joke. I want this to happen because it's Bruce Campbell, and I love Bruce Campbell. But also, Pizza Papa is iconic as a name. It's amazing. I need it. I want it so bad. But also, one more, just a little lecture. Because Kat and I were in the theater, and Bruce Campbell came on screen, and it was silence in the theater. And then at the end of the credits, there was the extra scene with Bruce Campbell, the Bruce Campbell, and it was silence again. And the screen went black, and I heard somebody from the row behind me say, "Who's that old guy? Have respect for your elders. Have respect for Bruce Campbell, and go watch The Evil Dead." Because The Evil Dead is iconic, and if you don't know who Bruce Campbell is, you need to be educated. Educated! In horror, in iconic characters.
I would have said something.
I whipped my head around and looked at Kat, and she was giving me the exact same, "We're gonna go murder somebody." Know who Bruce Campbell is.
You know, I actually went through this a couple years ago, riding down the freeway with my wife, and I used a quote from Army of Darkness, and she was like, "I don't know what," and I was like, "Evil Dead." She's like, I didn't get to watch any of those movies. My mom was very strict on. if I could have made a U-turn on 75,
I'll turn this car around.
and said I took like the next exit, which was we were up in Allen,
Yeah.
and I knew there was a movie trading company over there, and I lost a lot of DVDs when we moved here from the Navy, and one of them was the Evil Dead series, but I went right to movie trading company. I'm like, Evil Dead 1, Evil Dead 2, Army of Darkness. I'm just like yanking, and we binge watched the whole thing, and she was like, "Those were great. I missed them." Like, I felt there was a wrong in the universe I had to correct.
And you did, which is what you should do.
Seriously, Bruce Campbell has been in like everything.
Bruce Campbell was in all 3 Spider-Man movies that Sam Raimi directed. He's been in everything Sam Raimi directs.
You probably remember you weren't alive, I don't think, for Briscoe County Jr.
I was not allowed.
It was a short-lived. Actually, it was like I think it went 2 seasons where he was a cowboy. And did you ever see The Last Dragon?
I don't think so.
Am I the prettiest? Sure enough. You don't remember that?
It sounds vaguely familiar.
Okay, well, the guy that was Sure Enough was actually his partner in that series, which I thought was great. But Bruce Campbell's always been in like things that I love.
Yeah.
So, you know,
He was the
iconic
Ash
voice,
versus the Evil Dead
Jen.
TV show is fantastic horror camp.
Yeah.
It is up there, like, top of the list with just horror camp. And you gotta watch these movies, watch the TV show, know who Bruce Campbell is.
Yeah. So I actually did watch Doctor Strange, and I went to the end, and I'm glad I did, because at first I was like, I've seen all the end credit stuff, but I can fast forward. And I saw that, and I was like, they added something in here. All right.
I love him. I will die loving him. I did want to ask, Jason, do you have any more movie news?
I do have some movie news about it's about the entire MCU. So we are in phase 4 of the MCU right now. Kevin Feige, who has been doing a fantastic job, but honestly, the MCU has felt like it's been going in all kinds of directions and no real unifying factor, which is something a lot of fans have recognized. And Kevin Feige has confirmed, he hasn't confirmed, but he said we are getting towards the end of Phase 4. He didn't say what film is going to end with that, but he did say the end of Phase 4 will set up what the big unifying cosmic threat is going to be. And he also said, been kind of dropping hints that y'all have been missing. Which, let me see. As a quote from here, as we're nearing the end of Phase 4, I think people will start to see where this next saga is going. I think there have been many clues already that are at least apparent to me of where this whole saga is going. But we'll be a little more direct about that in the coming months to set a plan so audiences who want to see the bigger picture can see a tiny, tiny, tiny bit more of the roadmap. So I actually had a picture of Kevin Feige. He's over here. Right there. I didn't put it up there. But to hear him say that, it's kind of like making me wanting to go back. Like, what have I missed? I catch details in these movies. What did I miss? Because we've been kind of going all over the place. I know we've got the Marvels coming up, and they're setting Miss Marvel up to be more of a cosmic kind of character.
That's my thing, is it's all about different universes.
We've got Kang, who's still a threat somewhere out there from Loki.
Yeah.
Where are we going? What have we missed? What has Feige done?
Okay, but like the big thing with the MCU is that they create their own villains. So what could what they're doing now create? That's my big thing. And that's a straight up question to you, because you know I know nothing about Marvel Comics.
I'm honestly kind of at a loss. Like, what have I been missing? I mean, Wanda's kind of out of the picture a little. No, not really. Okay. But she's still
let's
there.
pretend like Wanda's not here anymore.
I mean, what else do we have that's coming down the pipe? It's got to be something in Thor, which I think we're going to get our biggest like clue in Thor, because we're all like, Thor's a lighthearted and Taika Waititi, and he's going to give us another laugh fest. I think there's going to be laughs in Thor, but I think there's going to be some horror stuff in there.
I hope that it's mostly a kind of a fun romp. My issue, we've talked about this many, many times on this channel. My big issue with the last Thor was that it was a fun romp with the destruction of his people and the death of his father. Tonally, I didn't it didn't make any sense. And so I kind of hope that they stay away from the darker stuff so that I can have Taika Waititi and his romps, which I love. And so, like, I'm hoping that it stays a little on the lighter side, but you cast Christian Bale, and, like, are you going to get a light movie?
I'm also loving that action figure line from that movie. It also looks like...
That's dope.
I know, right?
Also, did you see Natalie Portman talking about they made a bunch of deck jokes?
Go on.
So
Tell me about Swole Mama.
If you're Australian, dick is how you say deck. And she had, Natalie Portman had ramps up to Chris Hemsworth to make her look 6 feet tall.
Yeah, because she is not.
They were called her decks. And so every time Taika would say it, or Chris Hemsworth would say it in their, close enough regional accent, it would sound like dick. And so they apparently made a lot of jokes because they're children. I'm excited.
I didn't think about the fact that she is like very tall in this film, and
she's supposed to be 6 foot, and Natalie Portman's like my height.
She's like, no, I think she's shorter than you.
Is
honestly.
she?
I don't know. We have to pull it up, but either way, keep working out because I'm liking what I see.
Looks good. She looks real good.
Her and Tessa Thompson sitting next to each other. And I'm just sitting here like, anybody? I'm looking at that picture like, whoever complains about this, I will punch in the face.
I am looking respectfully.
Hollering, but respectfully.
So good.
So
I don't know. I have no idea. I don't have a clue.
I can't put anything together. Like, I have been literally racking my brain since I saw this quote. Like, what have I missed? We've got She-Hulk coming. I don't see anything there. I know there's something in Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
With Wong and him coming at the end and saying that he needed to talk to him. There's something there, but they didn't go into detail.
But again, you have a different... It's not multiverse, but you have a different reality in that movie, in the connection through the gate, right?
So
it's something to do with different realities.
If anybody out there has any ideas of what we're possibly setting up, the comment section is down there, because I'm kind of at a loss here, and it's got me anticipating. Hey, what are we gonna get here?
It's got me excited about the MCU again, which I did not want to be, and now I'm really excited about it again.
I'm loving Miss Marvel. It's clearly directed at more of a younger audience, but that's great.
I'm excited.
I am a young audience.
Yeah, that's good. I love Doctor Strange. I loved Spider-Man. I loved Hawkeye. So like, I can't get mad.
And we don't have to have that stink of Morbius. Did you see how they're changing Kraven?
No, I saw the title that they were. I didn't see what they're doing.
He's not going to be a hunter. He's going to be a conservationist.
Moving on.
Okay.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
What else do you got?
We're moving on to another movie.
Oh God.
That Jason was really excited about. So, if you like horror, go watch the trailer. Jason's gonna put up at least part of it. You have to put it up. The trailer that made me jump today in broad daylight. It is one of the creepiest things I've seen in a minute. It's called Smile. And it's about a psychologist whose patient is unalived in front of her and passes on some kind of a curse. It has a little bit of It Follows vibes. But it's got that smile. It's got that creepy smile. And I am 1,000% into it.
I am not comfortable with this. Like, the first thing that happened when Cass came in, she's like, I want this video loaded. It's of a horror movie. That unsettled me. Knowing that my friend over here is a huge horror fan.
Huge horror.
I'm like, you have my attention now.
Mm-hmm.
This is in the vein of things that, like Get Out. It's unsettling.
It is extremely
You don't
unsettling.
feel safe
Yeah.
watching this movie. And that is exactly... I've never been a big... people be smiling creepy. What you smiling for?
Mm-hmm.
What you looking at?
Oh.
For a fight? Oh, God.
I just saw that. Yeah.
Yeah. And then with whatever that opening scene with the Glasgow smile.
Yep.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Also, happy to see Cal Penn.
Yeah, good to see Cal Penn again.
Randomly. I like that.
I've never fully recovered from when he died on House.
Me neither.
I never liked that, and I was always like,
he was so good.
Every time I get to see Calvin, I'm like, oh, good, he's still there.
Good. That was a depressing scene. That's when I stopped.
Oh, that's the guy that played
show.
the sheriff in Stranger Things too, right? But yeah, this is the kind of movie that I'm scared.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Coming out September 30th. You can take it off if you want. Maybe not that big jump scare at the end.
I would like to. Yeah, there is one part that
Go watch
I feel
the
as though we would
trailer.
have to put a mature warning on there. Absolutely, I will put it in the comments for this trailer of Smile. Yeah, this is one of those that I'm there opening day.
September 30th.
We need to review more movies.
We do need to review. I will go watch that opening night with you. You know I love
Bring
horror.
Bring it on. I have passes. I have the thing for the. I have the
You have
free
movie pass.
No, I have the one where you get the free tickets from Cinemark once a month.
Oh yeah,
and I have
and
Alamo,
they roll over.
And I have Alamo.
Nice.
In case I don't want to travel too far, Alamo's right down the road for me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
this looks really good, and just unsettling as hell.
Exciting.
All right.
All right, movies? Any more movies?
I'd like to move on to some video. Everything else, I have. It's streaming.
Go for it.
Damn. Okay, so hi Netflix. Here we go again.
Old nemesis.
So Netflix recently went through a whole thing of they needed to restructure things. They needed to up subscription prices. We need to go to a commercial plan and have these different tiers. Whatever are we going to do? And they went with the tried and true solution of let's fire a bunch of people. Monday, Netflix, and this didn't make a lot of news, unfortunately, but they fired about 150 employees. That was, I'm sorry. Those happened, earlier this week. Netflix's workforce is about 11,000 people. So they let go of 150 people earlier this week, which significant, not too bad. They said most of these were contractors, part-time workers, and some were employees. But I guess that wasn't good enough because they laid off another 300 today, a Netflix spokesperson told Variety. While we continue to invest significantly in the business, we made these adjustments so that our costs are growing in line with our slower revenue growth. We are so grateful for everything they have done for Netflix and are working hard to support them through this difficult transition. To give you an idea of what Netflix is going through right now, they've lost about 70% of their value. This is no joke. This is actually very serious. But about 70% of their value, and they were down by about 200,000 subscribers at the end of Q1. And they're expected to lose about 2 million more at Q2. Their stock is only about $180 per share, which still good, not as good as it's been. Shares of Netflix were about $600 in January. Still. So they've taken a sharp... I don't know what to attribute all this to. I mean, I still have my Netflix subscription. I didn't cancel it as I said I was. I'm still getting some shows out of some leg work out of Netflix, even though some of it's kind of background kind of noise, maybe.
Yeah. Although Umbrella Academy came out yesterday.
But I gotta go back and finish season 2. But I did.
It was amazing.
By the way, we need to talk Stranger Things with a friend of ours who wants to come over and talk Stranger Things.
Do we want to do it now or do we want to do it after July 1st?
No, we want to do it with someone, a friend of the show.
Or that's what I mean. Maybe invite her over after July 1st.
Okay, I will see what I can do.
Yeah.
But anyway,
yes, we do need to do that.
So I find I'm still watching a lot of Netflix. It's just that, dude, this is a sharp drop. I didn't see it being this bad.
Me neither. I will say, and this is something I Googled just now, their revenue last year was $30 billion.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, oh, and I looked up their CEO took $20 million, $37 million between stock awards and salary. So, like, They didn't
they're
have
getting
to
taken care
fire
of.
these people.
No, of course not.
They super didn't have to. Even though, yes, they've lost a bunch low-key because they deserved it. They didn't have to do that.
That was a lot of layoff. And, I mean, granted, looking at the numbers, you can't have numbers go like this and not do anything. It's almost expected they're going to. I'm going to be honest here. I'm surprised they didn't lay off more. But then again, they've already done 450 now.
Yeah.
It might be getting good to them now.
Yeah.
Ooh, we ain't got to pay all those health care benefits and these salaries. Hey, can we knock off like another 400?
Hey. Yeah.
Double that. So yeah, it's sad from an industry that dominated, and you just watch the fall, because it's kind of like they're in that position now. They killed Blockbuster. They killed Family Video, which they just deal drugs out of those stores anyway. I'm pretty sure. But
yeah. It's a little bit hard for me sometimes because I think I've mentioned this before. Like, there are consequences to adding too many services, right? Peacock, all these different services wanting their own service.
I have far too many services. I'll tell you right now.
Netflix. That's not actually Netflix's fault. Netflix was the original. And so it's not their fault, but also they don't have amazing practices, so I can't feel that bad for them.
It's sad to see it. At one point, y'all were the MySpace.
Yeah.
Well, at one point you were the Facebook, and now you're the MySpace.
Yeah, now you're the MySpace. That's rough.
So yeah, we'll wait to see, but I honestly do expect them to have more layoffs, and probably soon. Anyway.
Speaking of stupid companies doing something stupid.
Oh, Lord.
And when I say stupid, I mean something I don't like. Blizzard announced today.
You will... No! Don't you do it!
What?
Don't you badmouth?
Blizzard?
Well, Blizzard. Yeah, screw Blizzard. But
Overwatch is going to be replaced by Overwatch 2.
this is fine.
Not in addition to. No! So if you like off-tanks, too bad they're gone. If you like 6v6, too bad it's gone. Blizzard, I know that this was expected. Deep down in my heart of hearts, I know that this was expected, but I like original Overwatch. I like the 6v6. I liked the balance, and the fact that it is not going to continue makes me very, very sad. And angry. Mostly angry. It makes me mad. I want it. I like the way it is.
You're mangry?
I'm angry. I like the way it is. And I don't know. You can say, oh, it's fine. Oh, this always happens all you want. No, I'm still going to be mad about it.
All right, we're about to have a fight here. Okay, look. It's time. Did you really think they were going to support 2 servers for both of these games?
Yes.
No, that is not the way it works. Look, when Destiny 1 was overridden by Destiny 2, those servers... Oh, wait, did they? I don't know. Anyway, you moved on.
Fundamentally changed the way the game works.
The game Overwatch 1 has changed. So
it has this is a fundamental. Okay, the difference between 5v5 and 6v6 is a fundamental change to how the game works.
That's merely a game mode, though. We can have different game modes. And
they're not releasing it. There's not a 6v6 mode on Overwatch 2.
No, there's not. But they thought this would balance things out a little bit.
No,
because you can't go 2. You can't go 2 and 2 anymore. You got to think it out a little bit more now. Do you want overwhelming damage or overwhelming support or overwhelming tanks? You got.
That was already a thing before they instituted the 2-2-2 lock.
But everybody always
Ghost was already a meta.
Every basic player out there is like 2-2-2. 2-2-2. Well, now you can't do 2-2-2. You have to think it out.
They instigated the 2-2-2. That's
yes,
their
and then
fault.
Yes. That doesn't mean they can't go back and correct it later.
They could go back and correct it. That's not what they did. They did not go back and correct it. They created a new system.
Yes, they've gone and improved the game. That's what you do with sequel games.
You don't have to delete the old one, though.
Yes, you do.
No, you don't.
Clearly, they felt the need that they wanted to add more to the game.
They're not adding. They're literally physically taking away a player.
Okay. How long do you want to queue up for?
You think this is going to reduce queue times?
Yeah, there'll be 5. There'll only be 10 people we're looking for now. I don't need to get a full team now. I mean, I don't need to get the full 6.
Oh, you don't need to get a full team? Because 6 is a full team.
I do see it's
We're not playing with full teams
well, you know
anymore.
what? I got a solution. They provided a solution for that now. Guilds.
Yeah.
We're going to have guilds now.
They could have instigated some of this in the old game.
Yeah, but we're going to have actual guilds now, and people, it's a better in-game social system. So now you can have that person who's a badass tank or badass support.
I will not argue with it all.
Okay, then. Thank you. Thank you. I hate having to go find my people. Like, hey, what do you play? Hey, will you come over?
Oh, yeah. And Keurig was annoyed. Yeah, the guild system, I'm not going to argue with.
And we're getting new characters. So, yeah,
I'm not mad about the new characters. I liked them releasing new characters.
And they had a very long Ask Us Anything on Reddit. I would recommend going and checking that out. It's very long, but they took, Ask Me Anything. And, you know what? I can see how I saw in the chat some people upset, But you know what? You'll get over it. You'll adapt. You'll overcome.
I'm sure I'll get over it, but I'm not over it yet.
I mean, you don't even have it. It might work out better. Change. And nobody does. We're getting new maps. New muscle mama in the game.
I've been watching Overwatch 2 for a month and a half, and I do not like it as much.
We get a new muscle queen. Or Junker queen. I said Junker.
I mean, muscle queen is not incorrect. I did like that short.
Yes, Overwatch always nails the shorts.
Always.
And also, they renamed the Gunslinger Cassie. I'm always going to love them for this. Thank you very much.
That's not an update with the new game, though. That's just something that they did because Jesse McCree was an asshole.
And clearly they saw, hey, there's this guy. He plays a gunslinger in a D&D game.
It was kind of an homage, anyways.
Yeah. Let's dedicate this.
Let's dedicate this
to
character
Jason the X.
100%.
They called me up one day. Hey, Jason. I was like, wow, what's up, guys? What's going on? They're
talk. Like, do you have a copyright on Cassidy?
And they're like, hey,
we're willing to pay.
We're going to name our gunslinger after your gunslinger. I was like, that's great, guys. Hey, y'all have a good day. Keep working hard on Overwatch.
You talking to Papa Jeff?
Yeah.
Can't do that anymore either, can you?
Yep, he's on speed on it.
He doesn't work for Blizzard anymore, so. Or doesn't work for Overwatch.
He's still influential.
He is still influential.
So, yeah, I'm just ready.
Salty about it.
I'm just ready for some new Overwatch. I want more, I feel like my Overwatch
you're going to get less.
I'm going to get new maps. I'm going to get new player. I'm going to get new characters. There's going to be some balancing of characters out there that I might not like.
Yeah. I think part of me just doesn't want to learn a whole new game.
I don't like it. I don't like people are going to know when I hit Deadeye more. I don't like that. Because they're going to be like, kill that dude now.
They're making Moira. They're buffing Moira. And I'm excited about
Who?
that. My main, you bitch.
I do not like Moira.
I love Moira, but I think it's just because she's Irish, and I'm happy about that. Also because I didn't play first-person shooters, so I still don't have good aim.
As long as I get to see hear Anjali Bimani. Hey, what's up, Specs Productions? Anjali is Symmetra again. Which also, that is one of the best parts of Miss Marvel. She's, last episode, Anjali's dancing.
She's in it?
She's an auntie.
I love her. She's also in Critical Role Exandria.
Her ass is all over the place.
Well, she is.
By the way, speaking of Overwatch people, did you tell Carolina I love her this weekend?
I tried to, and then my face melted off like the Ark of the Covenant because her radiance was just.
I was like, you had one job. Yeah, I actually wanted that as a bit. Like, if we could get her you could, I'm on speakerphone. All right, Jason, what do you want? Yeah, just find Carolina Ravassa and just tell her I love her. Okay?
Just tell her.
And I want her to be standing slightly off camera, and y'all just go like, nah, we couldn't find her. We couldn't find her. Or maybe have her go like. But I'm disappointed you failed that. So
Listen, everyone got.
If Anjali is there next time,
everyone got sick.
Yeah, if Anjali is there next time, I insist you go tell her that.
All right.
Tell her leave her husband. He's a very handsome man, but I could treat her better. Anyway.
Sure. All right, moving on.
Okay, yeah.
What you got?
I have an interesting one. We're taking it back here. It's recently the anniversary of Sonic the Hedgehog 1. coming out on the Sega Genesis way back in the day. This revolutionary game was basically the launch title for the Sega Genesis. Interesting. Yuji Naka, who was involved heavily with he was the producer for Sonic the Hedgehog 3, revealed something that we didn't know. The music for Sonic the Hedgehog 3 was shit. It was. It seemed rushed, and that's because it was. In 1994, the third installment of Sonic the Hedgehog... Wait a minute, where's my Sonic 3 thing? The music was composed by none other than Michael Jackson.
What?
Michael Jackson... It's always been a rumor that Michael Jackson did the soundtrack for Sonic the Hedgehog 3. But because of legal battles that he was having at the time, they nixed the whole thing, created music real quickly to put in there. And it's always one of those things like, oh yeah, I heard this, I heard that. No. With the anniversary of Sonic, Yuji confirmed it. Following the release of Sonic Origins, many fans quickly noticed that Sonic 3's version... Notice that the Sonic 3 version in the compilation is different from the original game. And Yuji said, with the changed music, Sega official uses Michael Jackson's music. Hang on, I'm sorry, I read that. So, like I said, they didn't do the music because of all the legal battles. So they rushed the music, but this is confirmed now. It was always a rumor. It is confirmed from the producer of the game. Michael Jackson composed the soundtrack for a video game.
Why? Who convinced him to do that?
I can only think that because in 1994 it would have not been cheap to get Michael Jackson to do anything.
Yeah. That's where I'm like,
somehow they got
convinced him.
You know what, and I have no way to confirm this, but I'm betting it's because Michael Jackson played Sega Genesis. He's probably a video game guy, and somebody probably came to, oh yeah, somebody composing music. Oh, what game? Sonic. I'll take that. That right there. But it is now confirmed by the producer. Yes, he did originally do the soundtrack for Sonic 3, and Sega released the tracks. I want to hear them.
I do too. He's not even my favorite or anything, but like.
And apparently, when they told him this, Michael Jackson was very unhappy. Of course, he would be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me see. Jackson's staff has asserted that he was indeed involved with composing and recording music for the game, while Sega executives denied the official contract because at the time, you're in court for some kind of things that we don't want to talk about. And apparently he was like very unhappy when he actually did hear the music for the game. It was like, that's not my music. That's
wild.
I'm just trying to think of the fact that you got Michael Jackson to do something and then you were like, no.
Yeah.
That's really disappointing. And apparently he was very disappointed in it, which
I bet.
Apparently meant a lot to him. So just going back in the Wayback Machine there, Sonic 3 was composed. The music for Sonic 3 was composed by Michael Jackson, and we were robbed of what could have been some good shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
I mean, just whatever else you want to say about it. Like,
a quick one I want to throw out there. I have another video game story, but I'll get to that one after you're done. So, you're next.
All right. PlayStation announced their lineup for their sale. They do it every summer, I think. And I'm just going to read you kind of some of the titles that caught my eye. First off, we have Assassin's Creed Valhalla is down 60%, which is why it says here, maybe. Down up to 60% off, so that's $24. It's also on the new, they kind of revamped PS Plus. You also have Mass Effect Legendary Edition down to $24. You have The Witcher 3 and the DLC Blood and Wine is down to $10, which if you don't have that, first of all, where have you been? But it's a good buy. The Witcher 3, it's first of all, it's one of the longest games I've ever played, but it's a very, very good game. You also have Sekiro Shadows Die Twice,
Ooh.
down to 30, which is pretty good for a From Software game. Shadow of the Tomb Raider, which I personally do recommend. I like all of the new, there's 3 new Tomb Raiders starting in like, I think 2014, 2013-ish. I think they're all good. That went down to $13. Here's another one, Shadow of War, Middle-earth Shadow of War, down to $7. This is a fantastic game.
I got that one when it was really cheap at one point too. It is really good.
It's really good. I love both the original, which is Shadow of Mordor, and the sequel, Shadow of War. Troy Baker is the lead. Laura Bailey's in there. Travis Willingham is in the sequel. Matt Mercer plays the king of... Oh, what is his name? The head ring wraith. What is his name?
I forget.
I don't know. Matt Mercer's in there.
They're fantastic games.
Almost everybody from Critical Role is in there. Liam O'Brien plays Gollum. Fantastic games. That's down to $7. And Life is Strange 2, down to $12.
Oh, someone said they love your shirt.
Oh, thank you. I like it too. Although there's little, like, very, very faint palm trees that just kind of make it look dirty. But I still love it. Half of these games I have played and very, very much recommend. I've never played Valhalla because I wait, honestly, for Assassin's Creed to drop to about this level before
I'm there too.
I played Black Flag is one of my favorite games, kind of all time. I cosplay Kenway, but most Assassin's Creed, I'll let them go to sale before I do play them. I've played The Witcher 3, I've played Shadow of the Tomb Raider, played Shadow of War. All very good games, all very cheap. And Sekiro, I mean, it's a From Software game. They're amazing.
Oh, Witch King. Yep.
Shadows Die Twice.
The Witch King.
The Witch King.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you, Spikes. I have already taken advantage of. I did buy Ninja Turtles.
Yes.
Let me go back to the group camera. I bought Ninja Turtles twice. I bought it for my Switch and I bought it for PlayStation. Because I was like, oh, this is definitely a game I'm going to play on my Switch because it's just side-scrolling beat 'em up. Yeah. But then when I was going through PlayStation's sale, Ninja Turtles.
Oh,
and I bought it.
Piece of candy.
And then I went, wait a minute.
Where are they?
Too late. Too late. They don't want to hear that refund business up there. No, but there are a ton of good titles up there. I definitely probably should get Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Yeah, because you're going to play it at some point, and you might as well get it when it's on sale.
I am definitely that after the game has come out for most Assassin's Creed games, and I'll go back and play it. Like, I played Origins, and then I like whatever came after Origins.
It was mine. It was my game.
Your game. I'm sorry.
Odyssey.
Oh, no, I didn't play Odyssey.
The lead's name is Cassandra.
That's
if you play a girl,
no,
the lead's name is
I definitely
Cassandra.
remember when that story came up and how delighted you were.
Delighted.
I did not play
I played
Odyssey.
her as aggressively gay. Because you can't do that.
I mean, so I should probably play.
Every woman she came across.
I should probably play Odyssey then.
Yes, and you should play as the girl.
But, Sekiro, that's one that I knew that Ghost of Tsushima was coming out.
Yeah.
So I was kind of like, I'm saving myself for Ghost.
And you play some of those, but you don't play all of their games, do you? From Software?
No, I don't. I
don't think you played Bloodborne.
But I play a lot of games.
I know you played a couple of the Dark Souls.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like I'm having a hard time getting into Elden Ring.
Really?
I don't know what it is. I'm having a hard time.
Horse?
Huh?
Is it the horse?
I'm just having a hard time getting into it. I don't know. It's bizarre because these are my games, and I don't know what's up. I don't know what's missing. But I keep finding other things to play. So
it does seem. I don't know how to put this.
Like Destiny 2 had a big update too, which I'm going to get into a little bit of Destiny in a little bit here. So I went back to that, and then this Ninja Turtles game, which is just button mashing, beat 'em up.
Yeah.
This is my jam.
I will say most From Software games are very. Like, the tone matches how difficult it is, if that makes sense.
I got you.
Like, Bloodborne is very dark and mysterious, and most Dark Souls games are like, skeletons, very dark. And so, Elden Ring seemed a little bit too... I don't know.
there's something
happy.
there's some kind of block, and I'm probably going to end up going back to it. If you don't feel like playing a game right then and there, don't play it right then.
Yeah.
I own it. I'll get to it.
This is supposed to be for fun.
Yeah.
You don't owe anyone playing games.
So yeah, I'll get to it. I'm just having a hard time getting into it, like fully.
I mean, there are a lot of good titles out right now.
Yeah.
There are always a lot of
Maybe
good
that's
titles
it.
out.
I'm too spread out. So.
Also, it came within a couple of weeks of Horizon Forbidden West, so you missed when it came out because you played
Oh,
that
I absolutely did not.
Yeah.
The choice was made on that one.
Yeah.
It was going to be one or the other.
I still haven't finished. I'm like halfway through, and then I got distracted. I know, it happens.
Anyway. So yeah, and then of course Destiny 2 had a big update, and I was like, well, time to... Let's go.
Yeah.
Get my hunter out. Which is a perfect segue into my next story. So this one was kind of a weird one because it actually affected us. Now, I know I need to stream more on our channel. But I have streamed a couple of sessions with Destiny on our YouTube channel. Well, a little while back, we got a takedown notice, and there it is. We got a takedown notice for our stream of Destiny 2, which was weird because it's a streaming game.
Yeah.
I was like, this is weird, so I fought it. Our video got put back up, and this kind of goes also into a problem that YouTube has. Now, understand that we as a show, we play things like that clip that we just played from Smile. Now, because we are discussing it, it does fall under fair use. We also tell you where it's coming from. It's coming from Paramount Studios.
Yeah.
It's a movie. We are discussing it, and we are bringing awareness to it. So things like this fall under fair use, which is also the same thing kind of on streaming. We're playing it, but it's still that company's product, and we acknowledge that. In the last few years, YouTube has been very vague on takedown notices. Anyone can go in and say, that's mine, they need to take it down. We have gotten takedown notices for our show sometimes because it's random copyright companies overseas that will make a copyright claim against. We literally have made copyright claims against our live show that we do. So, this is what was happening to a lot of Destiny streamers. Massive takedown notices going left and right and just everything. Take this down, this is mine. And now it's all come to light because Destiny has now opened up a $7.6 million lawsuit against the one person responsible for it. So this spree of DMCA takedown notices came from one YouTube creator. I'm trying to find his name right now. Nick Miner. Nick Miner was a music producer. He was using tracks from Destiny. Now, granted, he was mixing them and all this other stuff, but still, he's using their music. He received a takedown notice that he refused, and if you refuse with YouTube, they will delete your channel, which is exactly what happened to him. Which set off Nick in a way that he just said, I'm going to DMCA every bit of Destiny content I can find on YouTube. This man made revenge his full-time job. He previously went by Lord Nazo on YouTube. And there's been so much data that has gone back to him being the sole person to do this. Y'all don't understand how many DMCA notices went out for Destiny content streamers. Enough that Bungie has said, we are suing the hell out of you. Normally, I would be against a big corporation suing any single individual out there. But his actions cost people actual revenue from streams and content that they worked on. So on that, I disagree with what he did.
No, get wrecked.
Are the proceeds of this lawsuit going to those streamers that he affected? Hell no. They're going to Bungie. So I still have kind of a but there needs to be some sort of punishment for this.
Yeah.
And YouTube, you need to change how your DMCA system works. Because I personally, it's a bit offensive when I would go into our videos and off of our live show, and some company in Thailand has said, oh, no, that's our content. I'm losing. While this is being disputed, mind you, we lose out on our revenue.
Yeah.
And they gain it. What these companies try to do is find YouTube channels that have just been kind of forgotten. The videos get a decent amount of hits. Hey, we're going to copyright that and we'll get the revenue from it.
Yeah.
So that's what they try to do. Luckily, we're up on our stuff. We literally are doing this every week.
Yeah.
But they've claimed...
We get hit sometimes before we're finished with our show.
They have claimed tour reviews that I've done. It's a little offensive, but it's because YouTube makes it easy for them to do this. You've created an environment where this kind of thing is so easy to do. Literally 2 clicks, I'm claiming this video, and the content on it is mine, which is exactly what he did. He ripped music from The Taken King, The Witch Queen, directly. Actually, no. He didn't mix anything. He just put the soundtracks up by themselves. Now, that I do disagree with. You are ripping off another creator's content and claiming it for your own.
Yeah.
Which that is also another big problem on YouTube, but I won't get into that right now. Did he deserve to have his channel taken down? Absolutely. Did all the other content creators out there deserve to have their revenue taken from them? Because a lot of us, we rely on the revenue that is generated immediately after we do something.
Yeah.
Now, granted, they have fixed that program, and a lot of that revenue just goes into escrow. I've seen where videos that we had, we suddenly would get, oh, here's $5 or whatever.
Yeah.
That was being held back.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so he did this, and now he's going to find out. What's also he was actually well known in the Destiny 2 community for the music and being involved in the game and everything. And people directly started to kind of figure out that he was doing it and would question him, and he was just saying, nope, wasn't me. A lot of people like Owen Spence, who does remix a lot of Destiny 2 music, extremely disappointed to find out that Lord Nozzle, our friend, and someone in the direct communication with us about the takedowns was the person who issued fake DMC takedowns on behalf of Bungie. That's also what he was doing. He was claiming to be Bungie. So, yeah. Pretty much my garbage person of the week, by the way.
Yeah.
But also, granted, it was maybe 2 streams we did that was affected.
Yeah.
Is it really bad for us?
We're not Destiny streamers.
Right, but there are some out there
yeah.
that are strictly Destiny streamers, and they were directly affected by this. Also, to sit in the community and say, oh, that sucks, guys. Oh, what's happening?
Yeah.
You are trash.
Get rigged.
Yeah. And good luck with your lawsuit. Like I said, normally I'd be like, ooh, I'm not for that. No. But I can't help but feel that YouTube is escaping some of the blame on this right now. Come on.
What should I say? It doesn't surprise me. That's I think, as polite as I can say about YouTube, that does not surprise me. That they kind of
it's pretty
this.
Like we've had videos like they especially love stealing the toy reviews where they'll basically cut off the beginning where I say my name, and then it just goes into the review of the toy, and I'm just like, also it's like really crappy quality because they've re-downloaded it.
Right.
But YouTube, what are you doing to fix this?
Like and this. Even more generic than that, like YouTube, support your creators.
Oh, yeah.
Your creators made you what you are. You literally could not survive without them. So maybe support your creators a little bit.
But this is a completely just like they really need to pull YouTube into this lawsuit.
Yeah, they do.
Get the $7 million from them. I'm sorry, how much was that again?
That's what you said. 7.3?
7.6. Sorry.
7.6. Yeah.
I can't even they're still figuring out exactly how many he sent out, but there are some copyright notices where Bungie will go, hey, wait a minute, that's, like with the music. That's our music. You're not remixing anything. You're just reposting it.
Yeah.
You absolutely need your channel taken down for that.
I will say, if you're a company like Bungie and you want to take people down for posting your music, then post your music. Please stop punishing people. This happened a lot with the Nintendo community, actually, is people will put up, not even a version, but they'll put up, old Donkey Kong soundtracks, Donkey Kong Country, and Nintendo will take them down.
Anywhere else.
But you can't get them anywhere else. And so post your own music, maybe. Don't just take down other creators. But yeah.
Actually, there is an update to this story that happened this afternoon. Okay. I didn't notice that. Yeah, I pulled this story yesterday. Bungie has acknowledged in its lawsuit It is now moving forward processing license requests for archived music uploads. So, their statement.
Okay.
In a previous TWAB, we let everyone know that a series of copyright takedown issues on YouTube have been identified as being fraudulent by someone impersonating our intellectual property protection service. We want to give a brief update and let everyone know we have identified the individual responsible and we are taking legal action. We take these matters seriously and invest the time and resources required to protect our community from malicious actors. That said, do not attempt to harass, attack, or pile on this individual. Any direct outreach, not by Bungie's legal team, could impair our ability to address the harm done to our community, which is our priority. We have your backs on this, and we'll make sure this individual meets with the future they deserve. Damn. That was ominous sounding. Much though we appreciate the sentiment, we aren't asking for your help in making that happen. That was an above board statement to make. I will give them their credit on this. Don't attack them, but
let this.
But I understand. There's a lot of people pissed off at this person.
There's
right
a lot
now.
of people pissed off at this person. This is going to be the one. Not the one. Well, one of the few things where I say our legal system in this case probably will work correctly, and he's not going to get away with this. So yeah, just let that happen.
Good luck, buddy. Jerk. So.
Yeah.
Anyway, we are reaching the end of the show. I do want to
are.
pull a plug out there. Let me load that one into the pictures. And we are going to have some guests next week. A local troupe, the Maki Horror Picture Show. They basically do the mocking of the movies out there. Something that we love to see done. I missed their last performance because I was out of town when they did it. Or I think I didn't have a babysitter. But they are roasting the movie Reefer Madness. Yes! July 2nd at 10 p.m. at the Texas Theater. They're in the big leagues now. At least, it's big to me. It's the Texas Theater. Tickets are $12.50. I will post a link to where you can go to get, it's described as Reefer Madness from 1936, a live comedy roast in the Upstairs Theater at the Texas. Have you ever wanted to yell something at a really bad movie, but you didn't want to get tasered by the movie theater usher? Now you can with a Maki Horror Picture Show. This live movie riffing features comedians Liz Barksdale, Danny Gallagher, and Nicholas Harris making fun of a movie as though you're watching it, but they also come up with ways for you to riff on the movie with them. So, this sounds fun. It's actually on a night that I can go and see it. I plan to go. Danny is a friend of mine, full disclosure. Been on the show before. But please, go buy tickets to this. Support some local comedians in the area doing some fine work. I'm going to be posting that on our socials as well.
If you're not familiar with the Texas Theater, it's where, what is his name? Hold on.
Lee Harvey Oswald?
Lee Harvey Oswald fled.
Mm-hmm.
And that is prominent.
It's a smaller theater, but it's
really cool.
It's
I
really
volunteered
cool.
for a film festival there last year. It's a really, really cool theater.
They are very open to independent creators, showcasing their things. They've had a lot of meetings with larger people as well. It's very intimate. It's not small. It's intimate.
It's really, really, it's a cool theater.
And I really want to go see, a movie that probably deserves it. Reefer Madness. The
awesome.
Best of 1936. So, I'll be posting on the socials where you can go and get those tickets. Go support, buddy. I'm going.
I'm going to go, too. I don't know if I can.
July 2nd?
July 2nd. I'm going to go if I can.
That's a Saturday. Yep, I'm going. Let's hit it.
Let's do it. All right, that is our show. This has been SCNS Live. Follow us on all of our social media. Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram.
All of it at SCNS Live.
All of it at SCNS Live. Individually, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at The Good Cast.
Oh, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at JasonEX. I'll be combining a very large train robot soon. Go watch. It's going to be awesome.
Super weird. Thank you so much for joining us. We love you so much. And as we always say,
keep on nerding.